Do babies not get hugged and kissed, or does that stop at a certain age? So the short answer is no, but obviously they hold their babies, the moms breastfeed their babies, and they hold them while they're sleeping, stuff like that. But it's not necessarily like, oh, let me like hug, a small child. So if they get to be like 1 or 2 or whatever, like they're gonna hold them, but they're not necessarily like hugging them. So sometimes holding is sort of like hugging, but it's different. But as far as kisses go, not something that I ever saw. Like I never saw a parent like holding a baby and, giving them a kiss or anything like that. So I know that sounds really, really sad, and it is, but it's also part of their culture, and it's what they do and what they know. And so when that's like what you just kind of are used to growing up, it's all you know. However, I do believe that as a human being, like we all crave that for the most part, we all crave that like touch at some points, what we're designed for, right? I mean, even animals want to be petted and touched. So like you crave that connection. And so when I was in my teenage years, I do remember just questioning that, going, why is it that we can't hug? Why is it that we can't kiss? Like I always questioned it. And then we had non-Amish neighbors that I would see that all the time. Like they would greet each other with a hug. They would greet each other with a kiss, like every day. And we weren't even allowed to do that to spouses. So you would never see spouses hugging. You would never see spouses holding hands. You would never see spouses or hear spouses saying, I love you. Like all of that was done in private. And I just went, yeah, no, I can't live like that. That was one of the big reasons, like when I was in my teenage years, I was questioning that a lot. And I told myself that I cannot live like that for the rest of my life, whether I have a spouse or I have kids. I want to be able to have the ability to do that if I want to. And I couldn't understand what was wrong with it. So with that being said, I know that it feels and sounds really sad, but I think that for a lot of people, I'm kind of the black sheep. I question a lot of things. I, always broke the rules and stuff. But I think for a lot of people that live their entire life, like that's just normal for them. They don't think of it any different. And so to them, it's not sad because they're not used to anything different. So you have to remember that. They're not used to anything different. And when you're not used to anything different, you really don't know. Like you don't know what you don't know, and you don't miss anything that you've never had. So there you go.